cursed. 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 Cursed.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Yo, what is up, guys? I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Give me a second. Today, I swear to God, I thought today was friggin' I got my days mixed up today. Like, totally got my days mixed up. I thought today was Sunday. Okay, I thought today was Sunday, and I totally screwed everything up today. Like, everything screwed up. Hold on. Give me a second here. Because this is so annoying now. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Hope everybody is enjoying themselves. Just give me a second. I have to put... I got to make sure that I could put this pop-out chat here. This way we're good on that front. So I could put your guys' comments up to the... okay, we're good. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Hold on. We're there. I'm all over the place today. It's been a disastrous mess today. So I appreciate everybody being patient. Just let you guys know this this stream is sponsored by BetUS. I'm all over the place today, guys. I'm all over. Like, I swear to God, today I literally thought it was fucking Sunday. I'm like, it's Monday. What? I'm like, I almost didn't stream tonight. Like, I literally had to like pause up. But I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope everyone's having a good weekend, a good holiday weekend. So, we have a game this week, guys. We're here. We're in the mix. But we're coming close right now. We heard from Vic Fangio, we heard from Kelmore, we heard from Nick Sirianni. A lot to talk about regarding. We heard about Quinyon Mitchell getting a lot of playing time, getting a lot of snaps. It seems like Cooper DeJean is not there yet, so wondering how much playing time he's going to get, where they're going to put him in this game. Maybe this won't be the game he gets a lot of snaps. Maybe we'll wait a little bit longer until we get into whether it's basic, nickel. We'll see what happens, where they're going to put Cooper DeJean at when it comes to this week. But other than that, guys, I'm here for you guys because I want to see how excited you guys are and really just give me some feedback. What do you guys think of this week? And I can't wait to just watch this game. I think we've waited long enough at this point. But before we get into anything else, this stream is sponsored by SeatGeek, and this is a word from our sponsors. Sorry, this video is sponsored by BetUS, and this stream is sponsored by BetUS, and we are having a word from our sponsors now. So let's get into it. If I'm the betting man, then I am, and you're rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, this is the redemption year for Jalen Hurts. This is the year we get the bad taste out of our mouths from last season. If I'm going all in, ride or die with a Super Bowl and bringing that Lombardi trophy back to Philadelphia for a second time, you need to go to BetUS, and I'm not wasting any time with it. I'm putting $500 down as the risk and getting $7,000 back at the end of the year because this offense is going to be explosive. This defense by Vic Fangio is going to be dynamic. New customers for BetUS get 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. You can't pass up on this for the most important season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Check the link in the description below, and I want to thank BetUS for sponsoring this video. Yes, I want to thank BetUS for that. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat as of right now. We got Bloody Shot. We got Big Ben. We got Rock the Artist. We got Jay Tyler, 1773 Vulture. We got ZYTX. We got 200s. What's going on? 200s. Daniel Berry Sports. Chad Crawford. We got Hot Rod VA. We got Maverick as mad as usual. We have Sean Glenn. What's going on, dude? We got Demon. What's going on? We got Nina in the building. What's going on, Nina? I hope you're having a good weekend. I hope you're enjoying the holiday weekend. And we're just here to just fucking just let's just go all out. Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to this game on Friday, as much as we hate where we're at right now when it comes to like this game in general, I hate this game for beating in Brazil. I think you already know my whole entire decision on that and putting the players in that, I guess, really in that position right now. But there is I really hope this team is not going to be sloppy by this first game. It makes me worried a little bit, no preseason, one joint practice. So it makes you nervous at times in a time like this. So it's kind of nuts, but love you all. Appreciate you guys being here. Yo, Bruce, what's going on, Bruce? We got a super chat from J62 Moon. What's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat, my friend. He says, Eagles statement game incoming on Friday. Yeah, it really is because, as much as people will say that, the first game doesn't really mean too much. It doesn't. Look, it means a lot because, like I said, what makes me nervous is because the starters have not had much playing time. I'm sorry, but the only thing Nick Sirianni really has control over this offseason has been his program. Do I think that these practices have been demanding? 100%. Do I think from some of the older vets they have said that this is probably one of the toughest training camps they've ever had, and I totally believe that. And trust me, Vic Fangio even said, hey, you know what? Trust me, if it was legal, I'd be doing 2-a-days with this squad right now. And I totally believe him. But yeah, this is a big game. This is a really big game. Obviously, Jordan Love's coming, we're going to Brazil. We're facing Jordan Love. We got Josh Jacobs. We got a lot of weapons at wide receiver. I mean, I think the Eagles match pretty well. Green Bay's defense, a lot of single high. I think a lot of big plays. Jahan Dotson, I think, is going to have probably more of a big game than we realize as his first game as a Philadelphia Eagle. I think a lot of good things are going to happen. Number one thing is get the run game in progress as early as possible. We need to get this run game going with Saquon Barkley, with obviously Kenneth Gainwell, Will Shipley. So I'm very excited for that. Let's go to Brazil. Let's get this win. Come back home as fast as possible. That's it. That's all I care about. That's all I care about as of right now. Appreciate that super chat, J62 Moon. Thank you so much. I'm very unprepared today for this stream, guys, because I literally didn't find out until like 7 o'clock that it was Monday, and I thought it was Sunday, so I got my days all mixed up. Gotta hydrate. Gotta hydrate for this week, baby. Shawana Paul, what's going on? Adam said, yo, what's up, Joey? Can't wait for this game, man. Unfortunately, I'm worried that this is going to be a nail-biter that we may lose. To be honest, I'm more worried about offense coming out slow. I completely agree about the offense coming out slow because of just like I said before. I've been harping on it a million times. Not playing your stars in preseason, just one joint practice, and facing your own squad can only get you so far when it comes to a regular practice with your own team. But, you know, a nail biter, hopefully not. I'm hoping, you know, maybe the first couple series will be slow. We'll tighten up a little bit. I don't want to see communication issues. I don't want to see big issues in that regard. Because once that happens, I'm hoping like, you know, but the one thing that I could say that if you end up looking slow is that the adjustments will be made by Kellen Moore. Okay, we know Vic Fangio will be in the press box, okay, which I think is good for him because he could see everything that's going on. And Fangio doesn't really talk to anybody in the press box. He really, if he has to talk to a position coach or something, he'll radio down to a position coach. But most of the time, he's the one really dealing with the defense all on his own. So, what's up, PD Tatted? What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, dude. He says, can't wait till Friday, yo. I'm excited. I'll be streaming the game on Friday, guys. I'll be streaming the game. As usual, Ron said, I swear each day we get closer to kickoff, the slower time gets. I'm so ready. My guy Joey Shakes, how we feel? I feel good. I feel comfortable. I feel like, you know, I just feel excited. You know, as much as the defense is really a big mystery right now with Vic Fangio and, you know, hearing about Quinyon Mitchell today and just, oh, he could play a lot of snaps. He's going to play a lot of snaps. And that's how great Quinyon Mitchell is. Now, Fangio has said in the press conference today that he thinks Quinyon Mitchell he's like, I really want to keep him at one position. I really hope to God. Now, I know in basic, you know, I know he plays whether it's outside or inside and basic to nickel to dime, depending on what they're doing. But it seems like Quinyon Mitchell is never going to get off the field, which is great. We have a first-round pick right now. Seriously, that's going to play a lot of games. An Eagles rookie cornerback is starting in an Eagles game. This hasn't happened since 1988 with Eric Allen. That's how long. I read that stat today. I mean, that's really insane. That's what I read today. That's kind of crazy. So it's been a while, but whew, man. It's exciting to see it's just the one thing I could say is what's been happening this offseason. I'm really seeing production. I'm seeing production in the linebackers. I'm seeing production with obviously Quinyon Mitchell. And obviously Cooper DeJean missed a lot of time, so I can't really, you know, I can't go crazy. But seems like Sidney Brown is way ahead of schedule. He will be out 4 weeks starting on PUP, but he is way ahead of schedule. And by the time he comes back, he'll be on the bye week for the Eagles. So, you know, a lot of things are going to be opening up. Once DeJean gets more reps, Sidney Brown starts to come back. I mean, I didn't really think Sidney Brown was going to play this year. We'll see what happens week 5 when we're on the bye week and see how close he is to coming back. You know, we'll see what happens. Trevor said, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game compared to what most expect because teams will have rust and not be used to a field in Brazil to that field. But, yeah, I mean, dude, the problem I'm going to have right now is I hope that Green Bay is not more prepared than we are because they have played more preseason games. That's where I've kind of been at this point between Green Bay and the Eagles, just because, and look, just because Green Bay played preseason doesn't mean that they're not going to make mistakes. They sure can make mistakes, but that's what I'm hoping. The easy mistakes they're going to make, I don't want us to be making those mistakes early in the game where it's going to shoot us in the foot. And then when we start playing well in the second half, we're like, man, if we just had a little bit of a good first half. So hopefully quick adjustments if the Eagles do make some mistakes. Don't fumble the football. Don't throw a pick. Let's see what we have matchup-wise, and let's just enjoy the game. You know what I mean? So you want to come out of that game 1-0. You don't want to come out of that game going to your technical home opener against the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons are nothing to sneeze at, really. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons have a good defense. Kirk Cousins has played well, but we are playing under the lights, and that's Kirk Cousins' biggest weakness going to this game. Really the main positions I'm looking for, if we take out the offense, I want to see what we have in Zach Bond, see what we have in these linebackers. I want to see, obviously, the defensive line to see if they can garnish any pressure with Nolan Smith. And I don't know if Jalen Hunt's even back at this point because of that injury, the same one that Goddard has, the oblique injury. It's just there's a lot of uncertainty, but a lot of excitement because you only see the Eagles practice. You don't really see much else because the starters haven't played in these preseason games. So you get more excited as the days go on. So it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Oh my god! All right. Does it? Yep. Get the win and get the hell out of that third world shithole. Yeah, dude, I don't like it. Play in the UK, play in Germany, but I'm glad that they're just getting this game over with. Even if you're going to have this game this year in Brazil, you should have had it like week 6 or something. I don't know. Coming off the bye, maybe. Coming off the bye probably would have been a lot better. This way, both teams going into the Brazil game would be at disadvantage. Put 2 teams with bye weeks going to that Brazil game. So this way, 2 teams are coming off bye weeks, and 2 teams might look a little, they might look a little sloppy. So you at least have a fair advantage in that point if they had it week 6, which would be great. David says, I feel like Green Bay doesn't have enough to cover Smitty and AJ, let alone the other weapons in the run game. Yeah, so they could really consistently, they can have 2 corners that could probably cover it. I'm not going to say that they might have one guy that could probably do a lot, but realistically, you have to have 3 good cornerbacks now with Jahan Dotson in the lineup now. Most teams don't have 3 good corners, okay, that could cover everything, every weapon that the Eagles have. Because most likely Jahan Dotson will be lined up on a safety. Not going to line up on a linebacker. Not going to line up on a safety, okay? And if he is lined up on a safety, Jahan Dotson has been pretty damn good against safeties in the league so far the last few years. So it's been kind of crazy. I'm trying to get to all these as fast as I can. What's going on? Easy. What's going on? 125 says, King Savage, you're not alone. I wrote a message about it on the Philly Farms video. I'd also add Dotson. Okay, I have no idea what we're talking about. Keon says, Toll, just jumping on. Do you think Moore will call a lot of running play? Yeah, 100%. They have to. Look, I understand you have the weapons that you have. You want to pass the ball. You want to have fun. I get it. There's a lot of mouths to feed with this offense. But in technical terms here, like, this run game needs to deliver. I mean, we have to, as early as possible in the season right now, we have to get the run game figured out. We have to find our identity there. And Saquon Barkley has got to have a good game. You know what I mean? We're going to see Will Shipley. We'll see Kenneth Gainwell. We'll see what happens. But the number one thing, in my opinion, as much as we're just so... We're going to get turned on. We're going to get turned on by watching this passing game. But I want to see, obviously, the running backs in the receiving game, and I want to see this rushing attack and what it looks like and kind of solidify that as early as possible in this game. Oops, sorry, wrong stream. I thought this was a Cowboy stream. What? Demon says, this is the 3rd year we played Kirk Cousins in week 2 in prime time, and they get a mini bye. Well, when you really think about it, we have a mini bye. We play Friday night. We don't have a game until the next Monday after the Monday. So technically the Eagles somewhat have a mini bye as well. So the Eagles could get like a couple days off, maybe 2 to 3 days off from one week to the next week, since you go from a Friday night game to a Monday night game. So that's where we're at. Thomas says, do the Eagles bring out the brotherly love, shove, and Oh, yeah, of course they do. Let me tell you something. If the Eagles are in red zone and they're on the 2 and they only get to the 1, they're doing it, man. Whether it's midfield, red zone, doesn't matter where it is. Oh, the tush push is coming. The brotherly shove is coming. I don't question that whatsoever. I'm not really worried about that too much. Eagles for Life says, does our defense worry you, Joey? If so, do you think our offense can overcome the defense deficiencies? Well, it depends how bad the defense plays. If the defense is allowing scoring on every single series, then then you're putting more pressure on your offense. I felt like last year that was happening with the Eagles every single week. I felt like the defense was falling apart. The offense was just coming back and scoring and trying to get something done. The defense has to be at least the top 15 defense, at least if they're the 15th best defense this year. They play average. You need an average defense. Just make stops where they count. That's all that matters, okay? I'm not looking for this defense, as much as I want it to be a top 5 defense this year, top 10. If they're easily between 10 to 15, I'm perfectly fine with that, because you don't need no shutdown defense to win championships. You need to be an average defense to at least give your offense some time, put your offense in good position. we put a lot of resources into our secondary. Now it's all going to come together now with Vic Fangio. And I think he's done a really good job on taking gambles, on taking players out of position like Quinyon Mitchell, like Bryce Huff going into coverage, which he never did with the Jets. So there's a lot of good things to take out of it. A lot of good things. A lot of good things. Ray said, Jeffrey Lurie needs to grow some balls and tell Roger Goodell, you are not taking my team to Brazil. Grow some balls, Jeffrey. I don't think he could. I don't even know if he could be against that. I don't know if he could actually. I wonder if he could actually say something against that. I'm not really sure. Eric Stewart, what's going on, man? He says, think we should start the game offensively aggressive, get the win, and get the get the F out of there because we don't want to keep the game close playing against Green Bay. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay. Really, towards the end of last year, Jordan Love played really well. Okay. I think they won the last 3 out of 4, the last 4 weeks of the season. They beat the Cowboys in the playoffs, obviously. I think Jordan Love got a lot of attention from that, and Jordan Love is a good player. Okay, I think he's a really good player. But I feel like, I still feel like he's a fantastic quarterback. I think he's going to do really well in the future. But we'll see what the defense presents him. And, if there's not enough pass rush, do they blitz? Do they line up a lot of blitz packages? We've seen all the blitz packages that the Eagles are doing. So we'll see how it goes. One said, if our play calling dry, Packers going to destroy us like they did the Cowboys in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to kill us like that. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, they're not going to score 40 points on us, and we're going to have not even 2 touchdowns in the first half. But Tipilli thinks the score prediction: Packers 20, Eagles 34. Ken James says, my Packers coming, can't run now, Philly. We'll see what happens, dude. We'll see what happens. Don't underestimate the Eagles this year. That's all I got to say. J.J. said they should play this game at the link. Too much shit going on down there. A lot of crime, a lot of wildfires, a lot of stuff going on. Jay Hava, after seeing that first series against the Vikings, you could see Coop is going to be a beast coming off the edge. I don't know. A lot of Eagle fans were like, he played horrible. He played just really bad. I looked at him and said, damn, he's a safety. He's there, So we'll see where it goes. Where you said if Hurts gets injured because of the field, I blame Lurie. Well, don't blame Lurie. Blame the owner. Blame the commissioner. But Jose says not worried about our defense. New season, experienced coordinator, and better players. Yeah, experience and adjustments. That's what's going to come down to. Eddie Price, what up, Joey? You and 500 is the best content. Go Eagle. Appreciate it, Eddie so much, man. Ken James says fix all defense, Eagles or my QB. Jay Love gonna expose that. Can you type a pure sentence that I could read? I have to stop 3 times. The defense has been very different this year. It's way different this year than it was last year. They have a different coordinator. This year. They drafted well this year. They put more into the secondary this year. I think it's a huge upgrade this year. Way much of a huge upgrade. Reggie says no one wants to see a Kenny Pickett season. Jay says once a year, one team gets hot, but I'm seriously not sweating the Packers, bro. We're about to dust their boots on Friday, 34-20. Yeah, I'm not gonna say we're gonna dismantle them unless they play a really bad game, but I'm gonna say that we're gonna keep it close. 125 says passes Smith and Dotson. I consider them both as matchups nightmare for the Packers. Once they discover Hurts isn't injured, unlike last year, the Rams game, and see him escape the blitz, he'll be. Oh yeah, I mean his speed is back. No more quarterback draws. No getting Jalen Hurts hit too many times early in the season. And that's you lost a big aspect to your offense, which was Jalen Hurts' legs. That was a big one there. Which Geek said Packers defense isn't even that good. We should be able to have our way with them. I think their secondary isn't that bad. I don't think they have 3 I don't think the Packers have 3 reliable corners. I think maybe one to not even really their number 2 that may handle it. I think AJ Brown will have a good matchup, but really at the end of the day, I feel like Devontae Smith to Jahan Dotson, I think you'll get your mismatches. We'll see what happens with, I don't know what's going on with Dallas Goedert as of right now. That tight end group, I don't know who they're putting in. They're obviously, if Goddard is out, they'll probably bring up Jack Stahl or E.J. Jenkins to the active roster this week. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see here. Elaine says there's too many issues in Brazil. They need to keep these players back here in the States. It's been when players don't want their families to go. And let me tell you something. Anything has ever happened to our players in Brazil, if something like stupid happens, okay, like there's going to be lawsuits like crazy against Roger Goodell. It's going to happen. I hope not. You want these players to be safe. Filioso, what's going on, dude? Gatekeeper Coley says, there's no way the defense could be worse than last year's. That was a rock bottom. Well, that's true. I mean, no. I mean, number one, you didn't have any attitude. You had no good coaching behind it. No sense of urgency, no fight. I mean, this is a redemption year for the defense, especially having Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back, getting some attitude back into the secondary is probably one of the biggest things that the Eagles did this year. I think we all know what they bring to the team. Eric Lucas is expecting a huge game for Devontae Smith since Alexander will be shadowing AJ. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think they have even a really good number 2 to cover Devontae Smith to Jahan Dotson. So Jahan Dotson is going to be lined up on a safety. He's going to win that matchup almost every time. You know, Jahan Dotson, is he the best contested catcher? Probably not. Is he fantastic when he's fully draped at times? Just depending. It's nice to get Jahan Dotson in open space where they could use him that way. But like I said, he is technically he could be the 4th to the 5th really the 5th option at this point. If Dallas Goedert's not playing, he's the 4th option. So we'll see how it goes, you know. Chris said the key to Friday night is our defense to get off the field on 3rd down, offense sustained drives. Yeah. Clock management, putting a team away where it matters the most. You know, the Eagles, how many times the Eagles last year get the ball at the right moment to put a team away, and they never did it. Never, ever did it. 3 and out, stupid plays. Easy is his name. Says, looking back on last year, it's hard to count anything for us. It was such a blender of badly coached, non-tackling BS on defense and a dry offense that had all the pressure put on them by said defense. No, I get it, dude. I get it. Very vanilla playbook on both sides. You demote Sean Desai, you bring up Matt Patricia, and that's what happened last year. I know a lot of Eagle fans are very nervous going to this game because of last year, because it left a really bad taste in our mouths. I think we all know this. So we're hoping to God that we really pull up and do a good job. So T-Puff says chicken and jalapeno pizza, Jack and Coke, and Joey stream to end the day. It's a good night. Joey, can you tell my wife to come home? It's getting late. I will tell her to come home as fast as possible. I promise. But yeah, jalapeno pizza sounds pretty good. Chicken jalapeno pizza. I never had jalapenos on a pizza though. I like jalapenos though. But yeah, we'll be streaming on Friday night. We'll be streaming the whole thing. Jalen Carter can play. I mean, is that what was said today? I don't really know. Like I said, today I've been so busy all day. I have a lot of stuff going on, potentially some big changes in my life after today. So I don't know what's going on yet, but it's been a crazy 24 hours so far. So see what I said. I'm ready for this game. It's up in the air, but we come in Greenway. I can't wait. Football is back. We will get to Brazil, bring the pain and lay the pipe, pause, and win and head home, pause. You said pause, so that's good. Yeah, we have to get there as fast as possible and go get this shit done. Get this done, walk out of there, get home, and that's it. Get ready for our actual home opener in Philadelphia. Do we know what the weather is going to be like on game day? I do not. If anybody knows in the chat, just say it in the chat so everybody knows. Sparkylo says, let's see how this plays out, bro. I think we get no ring this season. Well, that's, why talk like that? Why is that? Chris says, Green Bay's defense was shit last year. They got better in the offseason, but they can't handle our offense. Yeah, look, I legit, I don't think they have 3 corners that can cover. Besides their number 1, I don't think their 2 and 3 are going to have enough for what we're going to unveil. Getting Jahan Dotson's a big move. I don't think Jahan Dotson's going to have some crazy game, but you never know because he is going to get up to speed as, each week goes by. But I think by like the third game, he'll be probably already up to speed, ready to go with everything. He will have most of the reps, no doubt. But I'm telling you, like, he could have a big game. You never know. If he's the option, that's open. And I don't see it because I think Devontae Smith will get open this game. AJ, we'll see how that matchup is going to happen. But, the run game should be pretty good. If, Green Bay's defense playing a lot of single high, they're going to probably have to at this point because they don't have enough. They have to really pick their poison. A lot of these defenses are going to have to pick their poison with what they're doing offensively, what the Eagles are doing offensively. So. Oh, so Goddard was back in practice, so that's really good. So that means Jalix Hunt hopefully is back as well. Hopefully that's the case too. Eric said, I feel a little shaky about our defense, and I want the Eagles to bring EJ Jenkins up, not Jack Stahl. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel like EJ might be brought up because Jack Stahl really hasn't been signed for that long. He's been signed for maybe close to a week, not even that. So I would say that maybe it's going to be EJ Jenkins most likely. Joe Santos says Saquon should take over this game, and Hurts will run a little. Yeah, I wouldn't run with Jalen Hurts unless necessarily you're gonna spread out that offense. That defense is gonna be spread out. You're gonna have that check down to Saquon or whoever for big chunk yards. I mean, don't put it all on Jalen Hurts, okay? Early in a game to get hit a lot of times. That's the big mistake they had last year. What's going on, Reese? Reese with Good Vibes channel. Easy says it literally can't get worse. It really can't. It really can't. We have 125 says Rocksteady. Maybe they're better than our D, but our O is better than their D. When you look at matchups, our O-line is the best and our second best in the league. Smith and Dotson versus Stokes and Nixon. Yeah, those are the 2 and 3. I don't think. Like I said, with Jahan Dotson, with the Eagles making that trade for Jahan Dotson totally changes defense now because now. Because I'm telling you, they're going to pay the price for Dotson. They're going to pay the price if they put the wrong man on Dotson, okay? Which they're going to have to probably put a safety. You're not going to put a linebacker on him. You're going to put a safety on him. You're going to have to. It's going to create bigger plays for A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Most likely could be a big Devontae Smith game. We'll see how that goes. But, we'll see. We will see. Reese said, what up, Joey? Let's go Birds. What's going on, man? Reese said, fuck, they're not playing on real grass. What's the field surface at Corinthians Arena? It's a Grassmaster product combining perennial ryegrass with artificial fiber, sourced Delaware online. I don't even know what the hell that means. But so it's soccer turf. I mean, they must replace the turf, right? I mean, it's technically a soccer stadium, so I would think it's gonna. They wouldn't let them play on soccer turf, right? I mean, I would think that would change. I would totally feel like they would have to change that field. There's no sense of keeping that turf on the field. I would feel like it has to be, I guess, somewhat different. It says it's indoors. What do you mean it's indoors? Is this? I've never looked at the stadium. I've never looked at. What's the stadium called anyway? Jones, I'm worried about the defense. The preseason is doing all right. Yeah, I mean, look, everyone is worried about the defense because the defense has changed dramatically. I think part of it is because of Hassan Reddick being traded. Part of it is because Nolan Smith hasn't really had a good offseason, and we're hoping that somebody on the edge can get pressure, getting pressure with the defensive line in general, and just seeing how, the coverage is going to be in this game. Everybody's nervous. The Eagles did something totally different this year. They put more resources into the secondary. We're not used to this. We're really used to seeing this defensive line be the stronghold of this, the defensive line being the stronghold of this, the big stronghold of the defense, really. And it's hard to calculate on, what the secondary is going to do. I completely get it. I get it. Wombat said, yo, what up, bro? Couple more days. Jalapenos are fire on pizza, though, or sure. What's going on, man? Doesn't says, I would imagine a lot of burning air polluted garbage in Brazil. Just a wild guess as far as the weather, though. I have no clue. Yo, it was just like those Canadian fires, right? Remember the Canadian fires last summer? Was it last summer, those Canadian fires? I went out to work out around here, around my town last year, and they were telling people to stay inside doors because you were breathing in the smoke. And I was out there running, breathing in the smoke the whole time. And it's really hard to, if the air is polluted like that, that's really bad. They shouldn't even play. If the air is polluted, no one should be breathing that shit in. I don't care if it's a fucking, I don't even care if it's an NFL game. I don't even care. Definitely hit the like button if you guys have not. Both are back at practice. That's great. Like I said, I haven't been on social media all day today. I had so much shit to do today. I totally didn't even know it was Monday. That's how crazy it was. Cameron says, Joey, do you trust the Eagles defense week 1? I think they're going to go through their growing pains a little bit, but I'm hoping with the adjustments. I think the main thing on offense and defense, if they do slow down or make mistakes, they will get their heads right and adjust. And I think, like I said, adjustments is one of the biggest things we didn't do last year. Defense is adjusted to our offense. You know, our skill set players, okay? Our talent only brought us so far. You can have great talent on a piece of paper, but it only brings us so far in the season, and that's what happened last year. Lurie will never let this team be mostly a running team. They want to pass. No, it's a pass-first offense. I know that 100%. When Nick came here in 21, it was a pass-first offense. I think it's still that, but you're paying a running back $12 million a year now. Okay, there's no excuse. I don't want to see Kenneth Gainwell or Will Shipley have more snaps than Saquon Barkley. Okay, unless there's reasons for it or something like that, or the Eagles are up by a lot of touchdowns and they don't want to put too much on Saquon in a game where they have like a 3 or 4 score game, something like that. Because technically, yeah, they should be 30 plus, 35 plus points in this game. It should be a close game, but they should score a lot of points because I feel like there are some mismatches here when it comes to the wide receivers to the cornerbacks. So, Aaron Jones, I don't know why Brazilian fans are getting mad at us and the players that they don't want to play a game thousands of miles away in a place they can't leave the hotel and wildfires. Like, yeah, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I never will get it. No idea, bro. I couldn't even tell you. Jordan, yes, 239 said mentality is the biggest thing in this year. If everyone on the defense accepts the fact we have multiple weapons that need to be used evenly, it's going to be a great season. Yeah. And like I said, make those adjustments and see what the production you get out of certain guys. Like, I want to see what Zach Bond does. I want to see the edge rushers to see if we can get to a quarterback. Like, I want Nolan Smith to be successful. I don't think he's had the best camp. I don't think he's looked great, but I'm not giving up on him. If I'm critiquing him, if I critique a player, guys, it means I want them to be better. It doesn't mean that, like, trust me, if I feel like I want someone out of Philadelphia, trust me, I'll say that. This channel, we don't walk on eggshells around here. Simple as that. Do not walk on eggshells. Money make not friends is my main thing is the game is to stop running game and lock down their best receiver and get some pressure on Love. Yeah, obviously with Watson being there, great player, just fantastic. He got better and better as the weeks went on last year. You know, it's going to be, like I said, the defense is the big question, you know, where we're going to be at. A lot of young faces, you know, you have Isaiah Rodgers on the outside, you have Slay on the other side, Quinyon Mitchell on the inside, depending if they're in basic, nickel, dime, we'll see what happens. But Quinyon will play a lot of this game. I'm hoping for a big pick from Quinyon Mitchell for his first pick in the NFL. Chauncey and Reed, obviously your linebackers, and Devin White and Zach Bond. Zach Bond's the biggest question to me because I feel like I haven't seen enough of him. I feel like I have seen enough from Devin White. I have seen enough from Trotter Jr. He's getting better by the day. Nakobe Dean seems like he's ascending upwards at this point, so we'll see what happens. So, Lone says Kelsey might be a bigger loss than previously thought. Why is that? Is Kelsey a loss? Sure, but his replacement is pretty damn good too. See what TX? Our defense is good. It's going to come down to Hell, to be honest, Fangio is a good defensive coach. We are forgetting that he will put the players in the right positions to succeed. But it comes to hell. No, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. No, I mean that's really the only thing that I kind of say to myself at going into every game this year now with this defense to say, like, Fangio will never set up a player to fail. Like, and I feel like last year we were just playing basic and just lining up, and we had back end communication. We had back end communication problems all year last year. Then it says odds on Fangio putting Davis at the one tech, aka nose tackle. It's probably going to be 100%. But the video I made a couple days ago, who got the most attention on the defensive line as the season went on? Jordan Davis did not become the strength last year because he fell off. Okay. Jalen Carter became the big strength. So that pass protection, that slide, the double team slide is probably going to go towards Jalen Carter. So you're going to have a lot of one-on-ones. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be looking at these one-on-ones saying, who's winning their one-on-ones? Who's getting pressure on these one-on-ones? We're going to find out week by week. When they slide protect, most likely to Jalen Carter. We'll see how they treat Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Who will they slide protect against? It probably will be against Jalen Carter. But obviously, Jordan Davis coming into his third year now, he's got to step it up. This is for really a contract, in my opinion. Milton Williams is going to destroy this year. I am telling you, watch out. Milton is on a whole nother level this year, and we're about to see it unfold in front of our eyes. I really like Moro Jomo. You got that Byron Young. You get that Byron Young from the Raiders. They got rid of Marlon Tuipulotu. They released him. He signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. And interesting enough, like, I didn't think Thomas Booker was going to make this roster at all. I didn't think they were going to keep 6 DTs. I thought they were going to keep 5. Okay, but they kept Thomas Booker and said, man, Thomas Booker had a really good offseason program. I'm hoping he makes some plays this year and does some good things. So, yeah, that's great news, Hector. That's great news. That's great. Roxy said, what do you mean preseason is doing all right? What the heck does that mean? Are we talking to me? I don't know if it's talking to me. Eagles game supposed to be 70 degrees. Big Ben said, hit the like button as you come in. Pause. Yeah, definitely. Hit that like button if you guys have it. Stadium is called Corinthians Arena. Hold less than 50K. Carlos says, we get robbed of a home game with a home field advantage via location/fan support. Yeah, it's dumb. You're not telling me anything different. Of course, it's a fair playing field. Both teams breathe polluted. If it's really that polluted, like when the Canadians the Canada fires happened last summer, and it came into the United States, I went outside that day to work out, and I did my whole entire, I was working out. I did like 3.5 miles, whatever, that day. And I remember I was breathing that in, and it was tough. Like, I can't imagine playing a football game in that. If the air is that polluted like it was last year, I hope it's not. Because if that's the case, shame on the NFL for making them play in that shit. That's horrible. Obviously, if we see the announcers, we see the people on the field, they're gonna say, man, the polluted air. And I'm like, if I even hear anything about the air, when you breathe it in, it feels polluted, like you're breathing in smoke, it's gonna be shit, dude. Chris says, another key to this game is keep Sirianni away from the offensive game plan. Yeah, well, that's a given fact, my friend. That's a given fact. We know the only thing he's had control over is what they do in this offseason program. Other than that, he's got nothing. He's got no control over anything as of right now. Money make not friends. His main thing is to get pressure and stop the run, but who's going to show out and step up? That's a video I made a couple days ago, actually. Like, can Jalix Hunt step up? Nolan Smith, could we see a different player going to this first game when everything's on the line? I don't know. Bryce Huff's getting paid $17 million a year. We're hoping he does something. The DTs, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Moro Jomo, Byron Young, Thomas Booker. Yeah, I mean, the DTs I feel very comfortable with. The defensive ends is still, to me, it's very lackluster, and I feel like I need to see more, and I'm hoping we see someone have a fantastic game. I'm really hoping. Eric Lucetta says, when Avonte Maddox is healthy, he's a top 5 slot corner. I've never seen our cornerback depth so good and deep. No diddy. Yeah, and we put a lot of resources into it, man. The future is bright, especially after this year when we even get more. You're going to be losing Slay after this year. You're going to be losing Brandon Graham after this year. It's going to be more of a young team. I think we're, the 6th or 7th, I think, youngest team in the league right now. Just think of it. When we won our Super Bowl in 2017, we were the 2nd oldest roster in the NFL. 2nd oldest. We were right behind the Denver Broncos that year. Tommy said, I swear, if Saquon gets 15 total touches against Green Bay and I hear we should have gotten him the ball more by Nick, I'm going to lose it. No one is stopping this passing attack we run with a run game established. That's what I'm saying. Remember last year, they would run play action? Remember 3 downs, they would run play action, play. Why are you running play action? Nothing under center, play action, play action, play action. The reason you're running play action is because you have a successful run game. So when you're running play action, this is football 101. If you're running play action nonstop without a run game, there's no point in running play action. No one is going to be tricked. No one's going to be fooled. No one's going to believe that you're even going to hand the ball off at that point. So it's going to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. 125 says, John Vegas says, you know how I know you're a troll because you say the Eagles will only score 17 points. Even if the Eagles have 2 wide receiver matchups, Smith and Dotson, all line with their D-line, Saquon versus their D. Who's the trolling here? I don't know who's trolling. Roxy, let's be honest. Slay is the only guy on defense that isn't a question mark. That's crazy to accept, I know. Well, I think it's crazy to accept because what happened last year, what he said on his podcast last year, and the team would play bad and Slay would be like, well, I played good. It's dude, way to throw your team under the... that's the one thing you shouldn't say. That's number one. Cheyenne Deanne says, they better load those benches up with those oxygen masks if the air is bad. Yeah, we'll see how it is. Obviously, we'll get a report on what the pollution of the air, if there's even pollution in the air at this point, so we'll see what happens. ZYT said Milton Williams is going to break out this year. They could put him on the edge, and DT is hungry. Oh yeah, they could put him on the inside, outside. Doesn't matter, man. I mean, if they feel like they need more of a rush, if they feel like the Eagles aren't, especially in this game, if they feel like the Eagles are not getting enough pressure, you're gonna look for, you're really gonna look for a lot of these blitz packages. I mean, that's what you're gonna be looking for in this game. You know what I mean? Fuck. I keep messing up. Donald Shipley, what's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat, my friend, very much, and very appreciative of it. He says, let's be honest, the NFL is $1 billion industry. Do we really think they put Love and Hurts in harm's way? Brazil is safe. Yeah, I mean, look, anything could happen, dude. Anything can happen when you're out in public. Anything can happen at any given moment, but I'm hoping that the NFL have done enough of their homework in Brazil to say that it's going to be safe playing there. That's all I'm really saying. It wouldn't shock me if they say something negative about the area or something is going on, or I have no idea. But I go to a job sometimes and they put me, and especially in the past, I've been to jobs where I work at my job and they put me in a really bad situation when it comes to regarding my health. And sometimes nobody cares. It wouldn't shock me if the NFL does that. It's just what I think about sometimes, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I hope you're right that they would never do that, because I will rant like a motherfucker when it happens, trust me. But I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Yo, Digital Print House, what's going on, man? I've been busy, bro. I gotta contact you about some things, so I'll hit you up tomorrow. Appreciate you coming in, Omar. Digital Print House, this is the man that has created the Philly Shakedown podcast merch right here. My boy Omar. Definitely say hi to Omar. Check out the merch in the description below. New merch, the redemption line is out for the Philly Shakedown podcast. Definitely check out the merch if you guys haven't checked it out. Appreciate you coming in, Omar. Tommy said, I wish they gave the C to Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, not Slay, but it is what it is. I honestly, they didn't give one to Devontae Smith. So, I mean, at this point, I don't really care about that, Joe says there is no air warnings on iPhone weather for Sao Paulo. All right, so that's good. So that's a good. I guess you could. It wouldn't shock me if you could find it out online. So at least we'll keep checking that. 125. The Packers only have one good offensive line. Elgton Jenkins. The Eagles have Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis in his first game of the season, so he still has a good conditioning. I'm telling you right now, Jordan Davis all these players. He's in the best shape of his life. Look at him. All these great things about Jordan Davis. This man better be in the best shape of his life. I better see a great motor, not run out of gas, getting pressure. Depending on slide protection, who they're going to double team, we'll find out what happens there. Message from a Golden Eagle says, will Shipley get any snaps on Friday? Oh, yeah, 100%. He definitely will. John says, in the Eagles defense has a lot of question marks. I think the Packers are better. Okay. Well, give me some context to that. CYTX's fan Joe, he likes 3 DTs on the field. Imagine Milton, baby, Rhino, and Davis. Yeah, everybody is sleeping on Milton Williams this year. There was a video that came out during joint practice, not from the Eagles media, not from Patriots media. Somebody was watching all the drills that recorded. I have to find it again. I saw some offensive line, defensive line drills by Milton Williams, and wow. That's all I got to say. What I saw was just destruction in front of my eyes. CG says, John just mad that the turds are not going to not doing jack this year. Dak going to choke like always. They got a year this year. They have a year where they got to figure out some things this year. Donald says, yeah, but that's here in the States. Lois says, need to be careful of all their receivers are all sneaky good. Tight ends too. Yeah, they have a good receiving core, good tight end. I'm not afraid if that's what we're trying to do right now. Donnell Shipley says, they are not about to take our game to Brazil and make it unsafe. Be real. I hope not. Look, I really hope not. Hey. David says, maybe if you had used type, I would read it as I'm just typing to see myself on the stream, but you can't even articulate a point. Who are we talking about? Are we fighting with me or are we fighting with somebody else? I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Reed said, the NFL wants the next Tom Brady era and Pat Mahomes. They are stacking the deck for the Chiefs to win their 4th Super Bowl. Well, somebody's got to beat them this year, and I'm hoping it's going to be us. Don says, all we need to be worried about is winning this game. CYT, it's funny that other teams' fans come in here and talk. They are so obsessed with us. Ken James could be a Cowboys fan for all we know. I mean, realistically, Ken James could be a Cowboys fan that's trolling. I mean, Cowboy fans are just weird. They're just weird that way. They do weird things. I'm hoping Ken James isn't. And I'll say to Ken James right now, good luck to you on Friday. That's all. May the best team win for the first game of the season. Anyway, back to listening to Joey talk about. Yeah, so there is a big fight going on in the chat. Because the Why Eagles YouTubers have too many trolls. Well, we're close to the season now, so I mean we're gonna get those guys in here. I mean, I can care less. It doesn't matter. When trolls come in to troll me, they love me at the end of the day. They do love me. So they actually like me as a content creator, and it's a great thing. So it's definitely a positive. Roxy, I don't insult over comments in sports. You sound like you're built for this. Carlos Avarino, what's going on, man? He says Jalen Carter will come out hot. Hope him and Davis last the season with the same effectiveness. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Jalen Carter, we know what Jalen Carter could do. We know this should be an all-pro year for Jalen Carter, okay? Jalen Carter is going to get a lot of attention. He'll be the first one, I think, that they might double team in this game. And then they'll obviously make adjustments. If Jordan Davis is going to start to get pressure, we're going to find out. But this team is going to fight like hell, man. Fight like hell. Easy as his name says, this isn't the Eagles related, but the NFL is not going to let any team but the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. If you want proof, go back to the Jets-Vikings AFC champ game. The calls are unbearably one-sided. Let's see. YX at GBT said, Joey, what do you feel is the biggest flaw in the Eagles going into game 1? I know it's kind of hard to tell with just training camp, but what do you think? The biggest flaw to me right now, just going into the first game, is not enough preseason games. Starters not having enough time to gel. I don't care if you're facing each other at practice, the Eagles offense versus the Eagles defense every practice. For me, they haven't been in game-like situations. I think joint practice has value for certain positions, but I don't think it has value for everything, especially quarterbacks, because they know they're when you're in a joint practice and you're running an offense and you're Jalen Hurts and Jalen Hurts is mine, he's not getting tackled to the ground. He's gonna be able to make a defensive lineman gets a sack. He's gonna walk right by him. He's gonna run right by him, and Jalen Hurts is still gonna throw the football. It's not a game-like situation. That's certain positions, it's good. I think for receivers, it's good. I think for corners, it's good. I think for certain positions, I think it's very good. But when you're not in game-like situations, like those preseason games, that's where I feel like it's very flawed. If this team comes out slow, it's because of that specific reason. If the connection is just if everybody is just off and it looks just really bad, that's going to be a big problem. So that's where I kind of lay it all down. What up, Dine? Said we're going to effing win, Joey. I hope so. Cowboys fan are crazy. I love it. Here we go. I mean, crazy is not always what type of crazy. I mean, you got crazy as in crazy positive or literally crazy. So we'll see how it goes, though. See here. Lawson White said, what up, Joey? How's your night going? Drafted Smitty in the fantasy tonight. I'm expecting a huge year out from him this year because of Kellen Moore. I don't think Devontae Smith has even reached his ceiling yet. I mean, I don't think Devontae Smith has really reached his ceiling, and that's a scary thing to say. Using crossers, hot routes, middle of the field, there's so much the Eagles can do now. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. A lot of mouths to feed, man. So if there's an Eagles player that doesn't get a big game and we still win, people need to relax. You're not supposed to distribute. You're not going to distribute the ball to everybody. Sometimes it might not be A.J. Brown's night. It might not be Devontae Smith's night. It might not be a good run game from Saquon Barkley. I don't know. It changes it'll change by the week, Let's see. John says Eagles choked pretty hard last year. Yeah, they did. We gave the division to the fucking Cowboys and never even earned it. Never earned it, period. So, I mean, really, you face the Packers, you get destroyed. I mean, the same old boring shit that happens. You did nothing with it. We choked the first seed, we choked the division, and the Cowboys did nothing with it. The 49ers did nothing with it. There are one too many question marks. And that's fine. That's normal going to the first game. It's normal. Torlini says also no crowd, really. I don't know. I see a lot of Eagle fans going to this game. I saw a flight of Eagle fans going to this game. I mean, I don't know how much this shit is costing, but I've seen the flights were like over $2,000 a person. And the tickets were like $900+ just for one ticket. I think, Mekhi Becton, yeah, dude, I'm like so starstruck over Mekhi Becton getting his shot this year and just rolling with it. Going into Stalin University, coming out a champion of the offseason, and hopefully this could translate into the regular season, but Mekhi Becton was a low-risk, high-reward move at 24, 25 years old? I mean, fucking young, dude. Got some fucking weirdos in here. Weirdos. Message says, thoughts on post Kelsey Hurts will his develop now that he has to read the defense? on post Kelsey Hurts, will he develop now that he has to read the defense? So the news we got a couple of days ago was Hurts, like, I guess Kelsey took a lot of pressure off Jalen Hurts with some of the protection calls. Sure. This should help a lot more regardless. I think Kelsey did that just for the hell of it, to say, hey, you just focus on one thing. I'll take I'll take more of the load. Pause. I'm not worried about that. And then obviously everybody's reading all the articles of, oh my God, like, is he a complete quarterback? Why did they pay him? He's not making the protection calls. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. Kelsey took a lot of the flack for that. So I don't know. It's stupid. I'm not worried about that at all. Sun Seeds is 40-25 Eagles. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice to score 40 points in this game. Kelsey, what do you think about the Packers' offense and defense? Offense is good. I think the defense is going to have a big task. These corners are going to have a big task for the weapons that they have. The run game with Josh Jacobs, it does worry me a little bit because I'm hoping we can get some. We have a run stuff ability in this game. Good tight end. I think offensively they're great. Defensively, I think both defenses are weak. I think both defenses definitely have a challenge. I think both of them definitely do against either offense. So it might be more of an offensive game, to be honest with you. I'm hoping that the Eagles can make some stops, so we'll see how it goes. Joe says, I'm a lifelong Cowboys fan. I like how you keep everything real and sugarcoat everything. And yeah, no, dude, look, look, at the end of the day, I'm glad other fan bases could come in here and talk, and you could troll, you could do whatever you want. At the end of the day, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm as real as it's gonna get. And I think that's all you can really be. I don't put up no persona. I don't try to act like something else. I don't try to hide things every week. I call it like it is, and that's where we're at. That's where we're at. If you don't like me, at least you could say that I'm pretty real about mostly anything that happens at this point. So, Philly says, get the run game going and the pass will set up itself. Yeah. Diane says, Mekhi Becton is an effing tractor. Yeah. Law says, Smitty in the slot will feed families. Yeah, so they're not going to line up basic all the time. If they feel like they can get the matchup that they want, they could move Devontae Smith to the inside. He's done it during training camp already. It wouldn't shock me at all. So get prepared to see all that. Actually, Becton still needs a little time to develop. Even the staff weren't completely sold on him. I don't think that's entirely true. What you're saying, that he's only starting because Tyler Steen hasn't stayed healthy, and obviously Trevor Keegan might not be ready. Oh, and the guy made another account. Why'd you block me? Well, there you go. You got blocked for that reason. People have no fucking lot. There's some fucking weirdos, bro. Internet's got some fucking creepos. Like, weird people. Like, where do these people come from? Like, what do they do all day? Toy Sand Kid says, hey, Goddard is playing. That's great. Goddard and Jalix Hunt are back, which is a fantastic thing. Well, no, I said he wasn't going to play, a while ago. Yeah, when I made videos about it. Yeah, because the oblique injuries can take up to a few days to like 3 weeks. And Goddard was still out with this oblique injury for a good amount of days. So if it was updated that they're both playing, that's a great thing. Great thing. But before we get into more of this stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got 258 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like up the stream. You hit the like button. You're doing a huge solid. You are supporting like no other. I appreciate everybody joining on the stream tonight. Check out the memberships in the description. Check out all the links down there. The Philly Shakedown podcast merchandise. The redemption line is out. Me and Philly 500 have been working really hard on it. So definitely check out all of that. And we'll be streaming the game this Friday. But before we move forward, this stream is sponsored by BetUS, and this is a word from our sponsor. If I'm the betting man that I am and you're rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, this is the redemption year for Jalen Hurts. This is the year we get the bad taste out of our mouths from last season. If I'm going all in, ride or die with a Super Bowl and bringing that Lombardi trophy back to Philadelphia for a second time, you need to go to BetUS, and I'm not wasting any time with it. I'm putting $500 down as the risk and getting $7,000 back at the end of the year because this offense is going to be explosive. This defense by Vic Fangio is going to be dynamic. New customers for BetUS get 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. You can't pass up on this for the most important season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Check the link in the description below, and I want to thank BetUS for sponsoring this video. Okay. Coyote says, "Hey, I just came in, hit the like, so go Cowboys." Man, we got a lot of Cowboy fans in here. Hey, I'm not against that. I like to see the best of both worlds, I guess. The best of both worlds. This guy has a third account. Dude, you are a loser. Now you're just getting flat out blocked. I was being nice. Now you're just getting flat out blocked. Fucking weirdos, man. I don't get these weirdos, bro. Like, are they football fans or are they just weirdos? One or the other. That's his third account. Now you're getting blocked. Carlos Alvarez says, "Who do you want to see starting at slot cornerback? Avonte, Healthy, or Mitchell?" Quinyon Mitchell. 100%. Of course. Why would I? Obviously, when you're playing basic, you'll have Quinyon there with Isaiah Rodgers on the outside as the number 2. And then obviously if you play dime, depending, you'll have Isaiah Rodgers potentially on the inside, Quinyon on the outside. But Vic Fangio has stated that Quinyon Mitchell is going to play a lot. Okay. Quinyon Mitchell in Vic Fangio's eyes has done a fantastic job. From all of what he's been saying, how he looks at him so far, it's just nice that a first-round pick is making a lot of noise. Not only that, but the coaching staff is really the positional coaches have really done a fantastic job this offseason program. So it's great. It's great. Ian says people in the internet these days. I get it, dude. I get it. Just a lot of weirdos. Skel says, "Oh yeah, Joey, have you heard the Kamala is the one post Philly and Eagles have addressed?" I posted that in Philly. I have no idea. I don't really pay attention to that shit, to be honest with you. Bot farms. Could be right. King Ship says Becton, Keegan, Steen, Joe the old lineman, Grandma the old lineman. No worries, Stalin. You never worried. Nah, man. I mean, you could turn a practice squad player. He could turn a practice squad player into a backup. He could turn a backup into a rotational guy. You could turn a rotational guy into a nice backup starter. He could take a first-round talent that hasn't worked out to another team and make him look like an all-star. And that's what it seems like Mekhi Becton is going to be here. So it's pretty amazing what Jeff Stalin has done, man. Tommy said, "Did you see the Trent Williams news? That's huge for us to get ahead." So what? He's still gonna? Is he not signed his deal yet? I know Ayuk might not even play the first game because he didn't have enough practice during the week before he signed his deal. So I don't think they're playing Brandon Ayuk for the first game against the Jets. What is it? Monday night, Sunday night? I forgot when it's the Jets and 49ers this weekend. What happened with Trent Williams? I haven't been on social media all day. I looked at some of the press conferences earlier today, but other than that, I've been really busy. Yeah. Devin says Mitchell in the slot so Max can play safety if needed. So you have a guy. You obviously have a guy. Holy shit. It's another fuck. It's the same dude. God. What is with these dudes, man? How many of these damn channels do these guys have? Holy shit. That's the 4th fucking channel already. Yeah, what's going on with Trent Williams? Give me the I want to see the receipts on that. What's going on with that? Tommy said Trent Williams is most likely not going to play several weeks because he's not happy with negotiation. Oh, really? It said several weeks? Damn, bro, imagine blaming a left tackle for the season. I mean, I mean, how long can they get away with that? Who's their backup at left tackle right now? They might have to sign some. I don't even know. That's kind of nuts. Let's go. The Eagles have lots of rivals: Cowboys, Giants, Commanders, Vikings, 49ers. Yeah, Vikings especially. The Saints used to be a big one. The Saints actually used to be a big one. Scouts, the bro is making alls to be funny is sad and laughable. Here's a fifth channel. The Chicken Wrangler, like that's 5. That's 5 already. I'm having fun with this. Keep coming in and literally just keep coming in. You're gonna have to make more accounts. Fucking stupid. Appreciate it, Big Ben. What if I say, I believe we should start by passing the football to force the Packers to play only 6 in the box. Then I would call run plays. That's what about you? Yeah, I think they should take a shot. I don't see why not. I think they should. I'm not saying throw a 70-yard pass, but I think they should start with the passing game and then kind of mix in the run and see where we're at from there. Damn. Lathan Matthias says, I hear Nakobe Dean will be starting at middle linebacker over Devin White. Is that true? I didn't hear any of that. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been in dude, here he is again. Oh my god, dude. It's crazy. So the 49ers all saw 3 games that Trent Williams and Debo missed last year. Well, yeah, they didn't play good. I remember when they were out, they weren't playing well. That's definitely true. Roxy, if you start in the air, you can't control the clock. That is somewhat true, but obviously, like, if it goes bad, then, yeah, we're kind of screwing ourselves on drives. So you're expecting a run game to be in there, so. Joe said, it looks like Trent Williams is holding out for real. Cameron Holmes said, Joey, I can't get a wrench and Infinity Stone so I could ban him. Yeah, how many, we need moderators to block these guys. The only time you do not block when there's trolling involved when it comes to sports, unless it's racial, political, stupid, like that. Attacking somebody personally, it's not welcome here, and you will be timed out. And then if it happens again, you'll be blocked. You'll be timed out for 24 hours. Like that's how serious I do take it. Dave says White and Dean are starting linebackers. Not sure either that was instead, which would be where they are both starting. Yeah. So I know the unofficial, the latest depth chart is out as of right now. I mean, there's probably gonna be another depth chart that comes out later. Probably another depth chart that comes out later in the week, most likely. So. I don't know who's that. I have no idea. Seaman Wranglers. Tommy, what's going on, dude? He says it said multiple games for Trent, but looking like several. Damn, that's nuts. Ryan said, "Did you see what happens to Ricky Purcell? Sounds like everything is better, but man, the world needs help." Yeah, that man is about to sign some autographs. I mean, that's really it. You know. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Cameron. I see you in here all the time. Trust me, if I see like other people get blocked in secret, that's when I reset my moderators and then I unblock everybody, and then I'm back to square one all over again. Remember, guy 49ers fans are obsessed with the Eagles. This could be a 49ers fan. Potentially. Niners fan all day. That's like probably one guy I've blocked. Probably one guy I blocked a long time ago because he was spamming the chat. I think after a game, he was spamming the chat so much. I mean, it was ruining the chat. So, Witch Geek says, didn't Trent do the same thing when he was in Washington? Yeah, he did, but Trent was hurt a lot too. There was an excuse for not paying Trent in Washington because the guy was just really injury prone in his career in Washington. Because there was big reports on him and like the health, the staff when it came to his health and how they were helping him try to get by some injuries. I have not played it, no. Rockstay says, full, I heard White might be backup Dean. Interesting. So I guess that's the rumor right now. Karen says, we got to stop Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I mean, they got a good back. There was a lot of rumors that Josh Jacobs was going to sign with Kansas City, and he turned it down. I guess that was the rumor. I don't know. Chad, what did Washington get for Trent? I don't even know, dude. I don't even remember. One, two, five. Cameron, you're right, but I'm only afraid of Elgton Jenkins on their offensive line. I expect our front seven to stop the run. It was a cancerous growth on his head, if I remember right. I don't remember, so if I don't know, I just don't know. Leon, what's going on, dude? Leon Banks says, yo, Joey, for conversation's sake, let's say we start 0-2. Is the season done? No, but it's not. It's not going to look good going forward. It's not. The season's not over at 0-2, but it's not a good start. If they get to 0-4, 0-3, 0-3, you got to start worrying a little bit. 0-2 is still bad. I'm still going to freak out over it, but 0-3 is that's where things. I don't know. It's not going to look good. I'm not going to be happy with that. I don't think anybody's going to be happy with that. But is the season over? No, at 0-2. But once you get to 0-3, 0-4, yeah, then you're going to have to start seeing what the hell's going on, like what's not working here. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Damon said they said he had a cosmetic surgery that, but that was a lie. Jason Smith says we have to beat Green Bay. Atlanta sneaky good. That's how I think. You have Kirk Cousins on primetime though, so that's the big thing for Kirk Cousins is he hasn't won in those big moments on primetime games. But the defense for Atlanta is very good, and their offense got some weapons too. So the individual says, didn't Washington miss a tumor with Trent Williams? All you guys could be right because I don't know. Kingship operations, Josh Jacobs. We got Rico Dowdle to worry about this season. Yeah, Rico Dowdle. They got 3 running backs. If they split the reps, I mean, getting what's his face wasn't a bad move for them. You know, it just depends how they distribute the carries, really. Philip Our House of Mouse Club, Atlanta low key, a trap game. We're already saying that game's a trap game already. Come on now. We said the same shit in 22. In 22, we said the same shit. You know? KDA tracks that this young defense, especially the front seven, have a lot to prove. Hopefully, Fangio has them prepared. Yeah, we're hoping. I think they'll go through their bumps and bruises a little bit. I don't think it's going to be some safe game where we're going to look great the whole entire time. I think they will. You know, they will have some growing pains through this first game. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be. You can't expect a lot of these guys, like, you know, certain guys have played a lot. Isaiah Rodgers hasn't played a ton, but he has played in preseason. You know, I think Quinyon Mitchell has played a lot. Slay hasn't played at all. You know, so there have been guys that played a lot. There have been guys that haven't really played as much. So. Ryan Casey, you think we re-signed Milton Williams after the season? Hargrave went and got paid on a rotation knowing he's a decent player and could help the team down the line if Jordan goes down and only prove a deal. Yeah, so if Jordan goes down or he doesn't really prove – like if Jordan Davis really has to prove something in 10 games, for me at least. I think in like 10 games he really has to prove a little bit more to me. If he doesn't prove, I don't know. Milton Williams doesn't have crazy numbers, so I don't think the contract is going to be as big as everyone thinks it's going to be. I don't care what the market is. You know, Milton Williams is not getting double-digit sack seasons. He's been in single-digit sack seasons, but nothing crazy. Been on the lower count, nothing nuts. He's been getting better every single year. Last year, everybody's statistics fell off, so I can't really count last year, but it's got to be – we have to talk about it, obviously. But yeah, you can't sign both because I'm expecting a linebacker to be re-signed, or maybe not. Maybe we don't sign Devin White. Maybe we don't sign Zach Bond. Maybe Trotter Jr. I don't know. You know, maybe I want to see what Nakobe Dean does the rest of the season. Trotter Jr., I can't put too much pressure on him this year, but I think it's had a really, really, really good camp, getting better every single day. But I think it is going to be between Jordan Davis and Milton Williams after this year, because it's really contract negotiations for Jordan Davis after this season. And, Milton Williams is a free agent, next year. So that's where we're at, guys. David says people have called Kirk Cousins in week 2 a trap game for the past 2 years. Yeah, I feel like that's always been the case, man. That's always been the case. Get pressure on Kirk Cousins, it's over. It's done. I mean, I feel like it's just, I feel like Kirk Cousins can only survive for so long. He doesn't really have too much athleticism to beat the blitz as much, as long as he has, like, if he has not great protection, pressure in his face, I don't think he's going anywhere. Matt said, what's up? Who's ready for week 1 of Eagles football? My biggest concern is defense and rust. Yeah, I agree. I think that's where I'm kind of where I'm at right now. Karen says the 49ers should have made Trent the number 1 priority, despite how good their weapons at CMC is. As they lost 3 in a row without him. Yeah, dude, you can't lose Trent. You can't lose. I say Trent Williams is obviously more important than Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, man, he's been. God, that guy is. I mean, I'm so fucking happy that the Eagles don't have to deal with. Like, we didn't deal with any of that with Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. We signed both of those guys early, and we literally just went ahead and just not this. Brandon Ayuk, oh, he's going to the Steelers. Oh, he's going to the Patriots. Oh, there might be a 3-way trade. Oh, there might, he's not going here. Oh, he's hanging out with Jaden Daniels. He's going to the Commanders. Oh, the Commanders trade Jahan Dotson. Oh, Ayuk is definitely going to the Washington. I mean, it's just like, fucking Christ, dude. That guy, dude. And now he can't even play. He can't even play the first game because he's been holding out for so damn long. You know what I mean? He's been holding out for so long. It's really annoying. That's where we're at, dude. Leon says Green Bay gave us a good battle with young Jordan Love 2 seasons ago. Yeah, we were. Yeah, he did. He's a good player, man. He's gonna be a good quarterback. I think he's decent. I think he got a lot of attention beating Dallas in that playoff game. I think he got a lot of attention. They won 3 of the last 4 games. You go into Dallas, you beat them in Dallas. You beat Dallas. I mean, that's already enough to say there. You know what I mean? Matt says also F Godel making our team play in Brazil. I'm not a fan of it too, Matt. I'm not a fan at all of it. The individual says, I think our trap game is one of the B's, Bucks, Browns, and Bengals. Yeah, we're going to lose one on the way somewhere. It's going to happen somewhere, It's going to be there, one of these games. Grizzly Scalp says, I'll say this right now. These first couple games will define the whole season. Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games, especially one in Brazil, which really nobody really has the, the dominant side of where they're playing. But that home opener, when Atlanta's coming to Philadelphia on Monday night, it's going to be interesting. Bucs fans still holding on to the wild card. Chad says if it was a night game, done deal. Cousins blows under the lights. Well, isn't it a night game? Isn't it? I thought it was like Monday Night Football. Am I wrong? I think it's Monday night. Yeah, Smitty took a less deal. Don says, CeeDee Lamb, don't give a fuck about Dallas. He milked them to death. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, too. Like, the Cowboys never meet in the middle with a player. And I understand, like, CeeDee Lamb deserves the money. There's no doubt about it. But they always have to sign every player to some max contract. I don't know why. I've never seen, like, loophole cap deals for even mid-tier players. Most likely, Dallas doesn't go to the Super Bowl this year and win the Super Bowl this year. Dak is gone. Okay. I thought in my best interest for the Cowboys, not me trolling, because I really don't troll them at all. I actually talk football these days. They should have traded CeeDee Lamb and get 2 first-round picks for him just because they need a quarterback next year. Simple as that. And then Micah Parsons is going to have to get paid. And I think their starting right guard has got to get paid, and he's on the, the north side of 30 right now. Dak is gone after this year. He's going to be gone after this year. And if they re-sign him, then great for us. But if they don't, they need a quarterback. So they should have got, for me, I feel like they should have at least traded CeeDee Lamb to get a couple first rounders. This way you have it in the bag in case Dak, I understand, like, I don't feel like the Joneses actually feel like they can compete this year with that roster that they have over there. That's just me. Matt says, thank goodness we don't got to deal with the headache of Ayuk. Yeah, who wants to deal with that? The only headache we didn't deal with was Hassan Reddick, and that's now the Jets' problem. That's still holding out. Still holding out. Eagles are family to Smitty. Here, last year when everybody was saying, oh, we got to sign Devontae and A.J. Brown, I said it would never happen. And that's only because, like, I didn't think Smitty was going to ask for less money at all. He wanted to play with Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. That's why he did it. And because I said, who are we going to keep? Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown? I said Devontae Smith. He's the homegrown talent. A.J. Brown wasn't drafted here. He wasn't drafted here. But to be honest with you, it feels like A.J. Brown was drafted here. It feels like that, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like he has allegiance to another team in his background, or he does things behind the scenes on social media where he, does nice things for Tennessee or anything like that. I feel like we actually drafted him. It's a crazy thing. Skeleton, it's an entertainment company. They could put any team as Super Bowl champs. Guys, I heard black and white is Corinthians colors and green is their enemy. Yeah, I heard their rivals in soccer is green or whatever it is. I'm guessing. I think that's where we're at right now. I'm not really sure. I couldn't really tell you. Dynasty, that's why we're the home team technically. That sucks. Chad said, if you listen to Fangio's presser, he's concerned about Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me that much, but what's the context behind those words, though? Like, did he say, I'm really concerned about Josh Jacobs? I doubt he said that, but he's not going to say anything bad about a player. He's not going to say, oh, no, we're going to shut him down. What is he going to say? We're going to shut him down? Or he say, I feel really good, but Josh Jacobs is a really good player. And, I can't take too much context out of him saying you're not trying to give a team bulletin board material, Carlos says, Cowboys are always late on the contracts that are big and does not sign them late. Howie's better at getting it done early. Oh, yeah. Well, plus contracts are always looking better with the Eagles between the Cowboys and and here's the one thing that the Eagles have with their players that most teams don't have with their players, and that's loyalty. A lot of players don't pick loyalty over money, and it seems like Devontae Smith was one of those players this year. Took a way less. What was it, like $26 million? It wasn't. It's obviously $26 million is still a lot of money, but not over 30, 32, 36, 38. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Davis says, reason I'm not worried about Josh Jacobs is because until Davis drops off because his fatigue, we usually have a top 5 run defense. With him being on his mark and hopefully this year, the motor is better and he's playing at a high level because he is in better shape this year and he's had a really good camp. We'll see how it is. Ron Yates is, if Devin White has a Pro Bowl season or even an All-Pro, do you think he's going to try and break the bank or take something more friendly to stay in Philly? I feel like he's trying to get as much as he possible. Potentially, I think he will take as much as possible. I think. If Zach Bond or Devin White plays really good, Devin White knows coming into free agency, he was offered more money from other teams, but he knows with the Philadelphia Eagles, they haven't found a linebacker in years, okay, that has panned out for the long term. So he's taking this as less money right now with a good defense built in for potentially a Super Bowl. But not even that. But if I have a season like I'm going to have with this great defense and all these pieces around me, it's going to be a payday. I don't think he's going to go cheaper. We'll see. I might, I can't really say if he's going to take a lesser deal. He'll get paid. But to be honest with you, it will be something the Eagles haven't done in a lot of years. TJ Edwards, they could have re-signed him. Unfortunately, it was definitely affordable, So we'll see how it goes, man. Kyle said, you signed your wide receivers early and showed them love. Jerry is like a lost old man in the Oval Office. Until Jerry Jones has no power, I don't think the Cowboys are doing nothing. Until the Jones family gives power to an outside source of a GM that handles the team on his own, I think Jerry Jones is the front runner to make it look like he's doing everything. I think Stephen Jones does a lot of the work behind the scenes. There is a collaborative effort there, but they have to once the Cowboys give the control to new blood of a GM, that's where I think things will change drastically. I think with Stephen Jones, it could stay the same to maybe little changes when Jerry's out of the picture, whenever that's the case. But I don't know. That's where my head is at with that situation. 98% of the players aren't loyal to any organization, and that's 100% true. 100% true. You have no idea what happened with Hassan. Don said the reason players want to stick with us because they actually believe they can win a Super Bowl. Well, yeah, and on top of it, I think they believe in the head coach as much as we don't want to believe it. Okay, if Jeffrey Lurie felt like the players really gave up on Nick Sirianni last year, which I don't think they did, I think they're structurally as a coaching staff, I don't think they believed in the coaching. I think they believed in the head coach as a person, as a person. But I don't think it went any further than that. I think there was a cry for help, and the Eagles players didn't get it. AJ Brown was quiet that 1 week, that week of the Giant, the second to last game of the season. It's crazy. Money Make Not Friends says, you think Crash Test plays on Friday with a few snaps? We'll see how it goes. I don't know if he's going to get much at wide receiver for the first game. I would like to see it, but we'll see what happens. They could have some things. They could have some things for Covey on some pre-snap motion. I think he's had a fantastic camp. He couldn't make the cut as the number 3, and that's fine. But as the punt returner, we're going to get a lot from him as well. The main question I have is kick returner, really, because I don't want to see Kenneth Gainwell at kick returner. Why they even have him at kick returner? I've seen him in preseason at kick returner. I don't know why. Very little I've seen him there. But I hope I see, whether it's Will Shipley, which he's only done punt return. I don't know if he's done kick return. I don't know who else is really, because we've had John Ross that was doing kick returns. He had the best kick return of preseason. Wasn't much, but he didn't make the cut anyway. So I'm wondering if they put Isaiah Rodgers there. Isaiah Rodgers has been a kick returner for the Colts a few years ago. He's been very good at it. Fast, very fast. Isaiah Rodgers can run a 4.3 to a 4.4. I don't know where he's at with his speed now, but kick return is going to be an interesting thing too. So, Scott says, do you think Brazil people would care about this matchup? I honestly don't know if they care about football, period. How many of Brazil fans actually like football? I honestly don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. We got Edie Baby Boy 11 with the super chat. Thank you so much, man, for that generous super chat. I appreciate it so much, my friend. Means the whole world. No lie. It does. Appreciate the support, man. Did not say anything, but appreciate the support, man. Guys, I won't lie. Josh Jacobs used to be a fantastic player in my eyes, and if you can get 80-90% of that, it will help them a lot. Before, I forgot what year it was when Josh Jacobs, I forgot what it was. I mean, what year was it when there was all the rumors about the Eagles trading for Josh Jacobs? I don't think it wasn't this year. It was like a couple years ago, something like that, you know? When Miles Sanders could not stay healthy. Miles Sanders, unfortunately, just in my opinion, I think he's only had like maybe 2 really good years. Might not even be that much, So, Coyote says, Joey Shakes, if Steven gets his team, it'll be a continuation, just his ideas instead of Jerry. Yeah, there'll be more of a change with Steven, no doubt. Coyote with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, got a dip. Appreciate the chat. Yeah, definitely, man. We welcome all the Cowboy fans. It's all good, man. It's all good. Appreciate the super chat so much, man. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and hope to see you soon if we win or lose. So, acknowledge him. Who am I not acknowledging? Ron says, do you generally feel we got the best OC for this organization, offense, and more? Do you feel like he's going to really reveal what the offense is truly capable of? Yes, for a lot of reasons. Obviously, when he was with Dallas, number one, he's got Doug, whatever, that quarterback coach he's been with since with the Cowboys, okay, where they had 4 out of the 4 years Kellen Moore was there. The offense was top 10 in 3 of those years. I think the last year Kellen Moore was with the Cowboys, they were ranked, 15th or 16th in the league. Still good, not bad at all. Average. They looked average at best as last year they were there. Goes to the LA Chargers, and I think compared to what the Eagles have at running back, this is the best running back core he's ever had. On paper, best wide receiver core he's ever had. A 1A to a 1B in Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. And now not having Jahan Dotson, this is the best. I mean, Keenan Allen had his best year. Keenan Allen's over 30 years old, had his best year as an LA Charger in his whole entire career, okay, under Kellen Moore. Not a great offensive line with Kellen Moore in the LA Chargers. And look, he's only got so much to see. People are like, oh, Kellen Moore, look what we do with the Chargers last year. But, dude, he's not the GM. He doesn't put the team together. He's under Howie Roseman now. That's giving him the best team to win, now the best team to win this year. Yeah, Doug Newsome. I can't say it. I'm going to call him Doug Newsome. Newsomere. That guy is very important for Jalen Hurts. He's the not only quarterback coach, but I think he's the passing game coordinator as well, which we're going to see some good things from him. So, Kellen Moore is not the rah-rah type coach, okay? But he is a jokester. He is definitely a big jokester. If you guys haven't seen his personality, he is off the field a big jokester. But Kellen Moore will not waste any strand of talent. He doesn't ignore a position when it's injured. He doesn't ignore he doesn't ignore anybody. Okay. If Dallas Goedert gets hurt like last year, they don't ignore tight end. If Quez Watkins gets hurt, he doesn't ignore that position. Okay. He likes his tight ends. He likes his wide receivers, his wide receiver threes. He makes constant adjustments. We are hoping this Friday we get to see what is going to be unveiled in this offense. This is on paper the best offense on paper, just on paper, that he has probably ever had under probably one of the best, a top 3 GM in football right now, top 2 GM in football right now. Okay. So it's going to be interesting. I'm very excited for it. We'll see how it goes, and we'll take a shot, man. And just Saquon at punt returner would be fun. No, you do not. You do not want anybody that's not. If anybody's starting in the offense, you do not want them taking a shot. Look, Saquon, it would be fun to watch, totally, but it's totally. I would rather not. Rodgers returned to practice today. Same with God. Yeah, Rodgers had a little injury. I think they just rested him. I already knew that injury wasn't even a big deal. Money make not friends says no. I don't want Rodgers in punt return or kickoff because we don't need to take a chance of him getting hurt from a hard hit. I somewhat agree with that too. I somewhat agree with that as well. So, you know, you're gonna put Isaiah Rodgers on kick return, then he's gonna go down. Hopefully, doesn't get hit, and then he's gotta go right back on offense. Right back on defense. So yeah, I get it. You really don't want that to happen at all. So I completely agree with that. James Smith says he was in 2019 draft and Eagles were projected to take Jacobs. Yeah, I remember that. James says, remember when Kellen Moore was in Dallas? They were either number 1 or 2 in total offense, including touchdowns. Yeah, yardage as well too. He's had great years in Dallas, no doubt. They've had the roster back in 21 where you had Diggs over. What was it? Diggs was over like double-digit interceptions. You had Dak Prescott over 4,000 yards. Ezekiel Elliott had double-digit, I think, over 1,000 yards. I don't know if he had double-digit touchdowns that year. They had the Amari Cooper. I mean, they had 2 really good running backs. I mean, they had the roster to do it. And unfortunately, I feel like what happens when the Cowboys get into the playoffs, I feel what happens is if the front office gets way involved in what they should do. Like, why is it that the Cowboys dominate the regular season when they have a chance, and then they get into the playoffs, and all of a sudden, like, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott have no connection in the game until like the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't get in that Packers game. I just get really confused on. I feel like the front office gets way involved every time the Cowboys in the playoffs. They looked completely different in the playoffs, completely different, and they were at home. You know what I mean? Like home field advantage in the playoffs, and you still looked like Jesus, not actual Jesus, but I'm just saying Jesus, Kingship Operations, Kellen Moore did manage to scheme up a playoff win for the Cowboys with Dak at the wheel, pretty much achieved the impossible, so I'm cool with him. I didn't have an issue with him whatsoever. I had no issue with Kellen Moore being here. Ex-Cowboy coordinator, everybody was all like, yeah, like, I get it. Like, I get it, but take it with a grain of salt. If Howie can build a great roster around Kellen Moore's play calling for Kellen Moore for the season, and I think he did a fantastic job. You're able to sign both your receivers. You re-signed Landon Dickerson. You got your right guard, Mekhi Becton. Okay, you got Steen at center now. I mean, sorry, you have Juergens at center now. Your quarterback seems to look a lot faster this year. Your quarterback had a really good offseason program, obviously not in preseason games with the rest of the offense. You went out and did the impossible, not the impossible, but what, the Eagles against their rules of signing guys and taking a chance on Saquon Barkley, not really taking a chance, knowing what Saquon Barkley is going to do. If he comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, he gets, obviously the Eagles sign him to $12 million a year. The Eagles have not paid a running back in a lot of years to that amount of money. Usually our whole running back core would be like equal to 4 to 7 million a season. That's where we're at with that whole situation. So, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. What do you advise the Roads? Yes, FSU is bad this season. Makes you ask how we could have ranked them number 10. I watched a little bit of college. I couldn't watch everything, though. EDB says, Eagles should trade up for Travis Hunter. Really want him. I wonder where he's going to get. I mean, obviously, like, he might be a top 10 pick. I don't know. We'll see. Kid's got a good attitude. Doesn't party. He's like 100% invested. Breathe, eat, shit football every day. You're gonna turn out to be a fantastic player because all that hard work's really gonna pay off. Money make not friends. Trent Williams is not playing unless they pay him, and if he plans on sitting out for the week, that's the rumor I heard as of today. That affects the first seed for the NFC entirely if he's not playing. It's going to really, you would think that losing Trent Williams may not be a big deal to some people, but it's a big deal. It doesn't matter if you get Ayuk back. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you re-signed Ayuk. That signing right there. No, Lord Von, it's EDB, not no. So it's a totally different guy. Totally different guy. Karen said, I think Dallas could win week 1, though Nick Chubb is a huge loss for the Browns. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That guy cannot stay healthy, bro. Sucks, man. It sucks. Hector says, Deion Sanders said Hunter's son will out and Eli Manning will Al and Eli Manning if they don't do the team if it, like the team. Oh, so they're gonna do like a trade. So if Deion doesn't like his son being traded, of course he's gonna say that. It's your son, dude. You don't want him to go to a fucking. He's been to the NFL where a guy will go to a guy gets paid, goes to a bad team, and the obviously the franchise isn't going anywhere. James Smith said, if the Eagles win win a lot, and offense looks great, we must overpay Kellen Moore so he doesn't become a coach. Make him the highest paid OC, especially if we win it all. That's one thing they can do. There's 2 things they could do. One is what you said. If the Eagles make the NFC Championship game and lose, if they make it to the Super Bowl and win, loss, whatever the case may be, keep him in the building. Okay. You could overpay, say, Kellen Moore, we want you as an OC for another year. We'll pay you like head coach. We'll pay you 4 times what you're getting paid right now. So obviously higher pay, money talks, they'll keep him around. The second thing that they could do with him is they could demote Nick Sirianni to assistant head coach, make Kellen Moore the official head coach, but Sirianni is still involved in things. Because if the players still believe in Sirianni, they're not going to get rid of Sirianni. Like, you think it's all on the coach, but it's really all on the players that really make that decision. Unless the Eagles have a really bad season, okay? Who is really more on the hot seat? Is it Nick Sirianni or is it Kellen Moore? I honestly think it's Kellen Moore because I think he has the most control over this offense this year. If Kellen Moore just totally flatlines this entire season and it is horrible, okay, it's on. And look, like I said, I think it's going to be more on Kellen Moore because the talks are that Kellen Moore has never had power taken away from him. Maybe in Dallas he has in the playoff games a little bit. They tweak some plays. They tweak the way they call plays. I don't know. But theoretically, Kellen Moore has always had control over his own offense. So I think theoretically, it's really not on Nick. It's going to really be on Kellen Moore. It may sound stupid, but because of the situation, you're bringing in an expertise in offensive play calling with Kellen Moore. So you're thinking he's got to have the most heat on him right now. He's not a first-time offensive coordinator. He's been doing this for years. It's not like this is a young guy coming in as an OC job from college or first-time coordinator. It's not like that. It's a totally different story. Cameron Holmes said, imagine if the Reddick played week 1, the Niners without Trent would be cooked. Yeah, so really it's I guess realistically it's kind of balanced now, I guess you'd say. But still it doesn't matter. I mean, the Jets are going to blitz a little bit more because they don't have him. They'll blitz that side. They'll add another linebacker to blitz on that side. They'll try to make that 49ers offense one-dimensional, most likely. Yeah, money making that friends. The CMC runs behind Trent Williams. Like, come on now, just pay him. Ja'Cory Mackay said, Dak is without a doubt the most coddled NFL player ever. You're probably right, dude. You're probably right. We got another 10 minutes. We're going to be on stream. Another 10 minutes for the night because we're doing a lot of streaming this weekend. I'm going to do like another stream during the week. I'm going to do another stream probably on Wednesday or Thursday. It's going to be between Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to probably say Thursday. We'll do a stream on Thursday. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll do Wednesday. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. We have 249 in chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like up the stream. Thank you so much for joining today. And if you haven't hit the like button. If you haven't checked out the Philly Shakedown merch, become a member. Click the member link to support the channel. We'll have some behind the scenes crazy stuff going on with this channel that it's only for members only, and some stuff like that starting this week. So pick up a membership in the link below in the description if you guys haven't either. And make sure you guys click my link in the description. For Bet US, get 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Start betting on the Eagles, okay? Because you're going to make a lot of money this year, and go do your thing, Jason Smith said that's smart, or maybe Nick gets promoted to front office job like the Celtics with Brad Stevens. Potentially. Leon Biggs, I could see Nick get a front office job too and make Kellen OC. You mean, so what? So what? No one's a head coach then? So what do you mean? Nick's going to get a front office job? So what? You'll say, yeah, I mean, does that make any sense? I mean, Nick gets a front office job as the assistant head coach, make Kellen Moore the head coach, but still the OC, and Nick still having, his, still on the, Nick, I would say Nick is still on the sideline with the same role. Okay, the same role. Or OG says that won't happen, Joey. Nick stays the head coach. It is on Jalen to have a good year, in my opinion. Well, yeah, it's on Jalen, but it's up to the coaching staff to put him in the right direction. So what? What do we say? Was as Jalen Hurts regressing last year? No, I don't think he regressed. I think he just had a bad year. I don't think it has anything to do with him regressing, because I always believe that he is a good quarterback. That's why I believe it. I believe he's a fantastic quarterback. We've seen it before. It was just a really bad year. Look, it's not like Jalen Hurts was the only one doing bad and like the defense was just putting Jalen Hurts in good positions and Jalen Hurts couldn't do anything. It's not like the defense was dominant and Jalen Hurts was horrible all season. Everybody was horrible. Coaching on both sides was horrible. So, yeah, is it up to the quarterback? Sure. There's going to be a lot more pressure on Jalen Hurts this year, sure. But I never thought Jalen Hurts last year was, at the end of last year, I didn't think Jalen Hurts ever was falling apart as a quarterback, or, oh, he doesn't have it anymore, or stupid shit like that. Never thought that at all. Karen Holmes says, nah, it ain't balanced, Joey. Say if they set up schematic situation where they can hinder CMC in the run game like Baltimore did, Purdy would be cooked. San Fran's O-line is mild without Trent. Oh, yeah, it might be. It might be. I don't think they could get away with it for that long. Maybe through the first game, because it's the first game of the season. Maybe they could get away with a win against the Jets. Maybe. But teams are going to find, all the blueprints of all these teams they're going to find out about every blueprint of every offense, defense. Like, after that first week, there's tape now. There's tape on teams, so it's going to be a lot easier to game plan. The first games are always really hard to game plan because you have to make a lot more adjustments in these first games because you're going to be seeing things that you don't see. This is the perfect time for Kellen Moore to show things that Green Bay has never seen before. All Green Bay, the only thing that Green Bay is going to look at is probably the Chargers tape, most likely from when Kellen Moore was there. That's all they can really look at right now. So the Eagles can look at a lot of tape this year because of pretty much the same coaching staff from last year with Green Bay. So they have a lot to look at, but still, both sides, both offenses, both defense can show new things that both these teams have not seen from each other yet. So the first game is always a big advantage. But the big thing about this situation going to this first game for any team is that make these quick adjustments. If you see things are going south, make adjustments. Don't just line up basic and just tell them to play if you're setting your players up in a failed position. You don't want to do that, 125 said the Eagles win a Super Bowl. Would you trade Sirianni for 2 first rounds in a second, like Gruden was traded to the Bucks, and give Moore the head coaching job? Yeah, obviously not. So, I mean, you win a Super Bowl, you're not getting rid of anybody. Roger, thanks for the show. I appreciate it so much, man. Appreciate it so much. Roji says, do you need Peacock if you live in Philly? I don't. I think it's exclusive. I think it's exclusively on Peacock. I think you have to watch it on Peacock. It's exclusive. It's exclusive game on Peacock. So you have to watch it on Peacock. You gotta pay what, $7, $8 for a month. Kind of sucks. I get it. Who wants to spend the money? So instead of paying $450, so when I do it Sunday Ticket, what happens is as the days go by for Sunday Ticket, first I had to pay like $450. I waited and waited and waited. So now I'm only paying like $119 a month for Sunday Ticket. So now I could pay every month instead of $456 is crazy. But now I'm paying it in a 4-month period now. So it's not too bad at all. I waited a little longer to see if they were going to do monthly payment. I like doing the monthly payment a lot better because who the fuck wants to dish out almost $400 to $500 for, because I don't live in Philadelphia, I got to pay $450, $456. You know, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. Matt says, smash the like button, sub this man up. He deserves all the likes and subs and views he can get for all the hard work and effort he puts in every day. So bring the best content. I appreciate it so much, Matt. Appreciate it so much, Matt, as usual. In Canada, we can watch it on what is DAZN? I don't know what that is. Chris says it's NBC 10 in Philadelphia. So you can watch it? Get DAZN. It's $250 for the year. You get NFL Game Pass and NFL Network. I don't even know what the fuck DAZN is. Is that a third part? Is that third party? Those prices suck. The big one? Yeah, it's horrible. You think I love my Eagles, but fucking Christ, I got to pay like that much money just to watch my team play for the year? It's kind of ridiculous. I can't watch my games on third-party servers because when I stream the game as a content creator, I'm going to be like 5 minutes behind. The only great thing about it, if I wasn't on YouTube and I was just casually just watching the game, I would definitely do that 100%. But because I'm doing what I'm doing and I want to stay, sometimes depending if I'm watching it on Sunday Ticket or I'm watching it on national television, depending if I have the game on local television, I'm going to be behind like maybe a play, barely even that. So sometimes I will be behind, but it'll be on Peacock. So I think a lot of us will be on the same page that night, so we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? But we got 227 in the chat. I think we're going to end it here, guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys have not. Appreciate it so much. Let's get the 200 likes if we can. Appreciate everybody joining up tonight. We'll be back either Wednesday or Friday. I would think this week is screwed up because of the Friday night game. So technically on a regular Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, whatever the case may be. Okay, Sunday game, we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday shakedown, Sunday the game. We stream the Eagles games every week, and then obviously the Sunday post game shakedown. So 5 streams, 6 streams a week I'll have for you guys every week. This game's on a Friday, so it kind of messes up the schedule because we never have a game. There's no game. This is the only Friday game for any team this year. TCM will be tonight, yes. But yeah, in a little bit, I have to do something before I get on there in another hour. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for all the support. Everybody just hanging, just talking about the matchups and talking about everything. I love all you guys. You guys are the MVPs of this channel. As usual, without you guys, this could not happen. And I want to say I love you all. And I will see you guys. We'll have a video out tomorrow. Okay? You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you on the next one. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace out. Oh, by the way, I want to thank BetUS. Oh, shit. Hold on. Cade's in here. Cade's in here. Hold on. We're not going to end this thing yet. We have a super chat. Cade, super chat. Thank you so much, my dude, for the $20. Much love, man. Says, Joey, have a good week, bro. You too, man. Enjoy the rest of your week. If you're off tomorrow for Labor Day, great. If you're not, have a good day at work. And we'll have a video tomorrow morning at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. as usual. Okay? So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for that. Thank you for that super chat so much, Cade. And I'll see you guys on the next one. This video is sponsored by BetUS. I want to thank BetUS for sponsoring this stream. Get a 125% deposit bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Start betting. Click the link in the description below. Click my link and start betting. Do your thing and bet on the Eagles this year. You're going to win a lot of money this year. I promise you that. And I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later. Shake Squad up, follow side. Peace out, guys. Peace. Peace.